I am Troy Sandidge, digital marketing strategist who empowers brands to increase social engagement, elevate brand authority, and maximize revenue. I can help elevate your marketing through marketing solutions, growth strategies, social media systems, and business frameworks. Personalized to your personality, your industry, to your business, your goals, to your abilities. This is what we call being direct. Are you able to be direct? People ask me all the time, what does DART marketing methodology mean? The first word is the D, being direct. If people don't know what you want, if people don't know what you do, if people don't know what you offer, if people don't know the pain point that you solve for, if people don't know you exist, you can't make any money. You can't grow a business. You'll never win. You need to be direct and broadcast who you are. Make the ask. State the problem that you solve for. State the amount that you charge. Be upfront. Be direct. And from there, the A, being authentic. You have to express who you are that connects in a human way, in a dynamic way, that causes someone to want to listen more. It's not enough to just be direct. You can be direct all day and don't have any authenticity that expands into being honest and transparent and real and human to cause someone to connect. We're not in the game of broadcasting. We're in the game of creating dynamic group and one-on-one conversations. Group conversations to put them in various circles of your business. Again, I talk about this a lot in various episodes, on stages, creating that social universe. I'm going to be direct to them in that one touch point to draw them in closer. And each level, each circle, each tier, they're able to jump in that hopefully over time, we can go from group conversations to micro group conversations to one-on-one conversations. That all treks back to being direct. When you're direct, you position yourself in a way of power. This is what to expect right now. Don't come any further or go any farther if you're not ready for these terms. It's kind of like before you accept to join a new platform or a new social media account or whatever, you have to agree to the terms. Hey, we're just being upfront and direct. These are the terms. If you agree with these terms, check mark and continue on. If you're not, you'll never get past the wall. Many people fail in this particular thing because we have insecurities and we're fearful about the reaction we may get. Don't you know when you're direct, you're saving yourself time being wasted with people who don't want to work with you, who don't have a need for what you're able to offer, or maybe who don't want to pay for what you do. Whatever the reason is, when you're direct, it forces other people on the other end to more than likely be more direct with you. That's very pivotal in business. You need to be direct internally and externally. You need to be direct with yourself. Being direct, keeping it real, keeping it 100. You need to be able to be honest, break down those walls to create a very transparent and fluid conversation to move forward. This is episode number 12, #direct.
What's up, digital world? You're listening to the I Digress audio experience with Troy Sandidge. Social media, marketing, storytelling, business, culture, and more. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1.
People value people who can be direct in your messaging and in your language and in your tone. You need to be very direct, very clear, very blunt about what you do, who you serve, how it works, what's the value, how can I start, what's the end goal, what's that vision, what's the value. You be direct and answer all those points very clearly and concisely, full of energy and enthusiasm and with power and with truth and with conviction. And I guarantee you, over time, your business will thrive and flourish in ways it has never seen before. We want to create this opportunity to be frank. And many times people don't be frank with strangers. So that's where cultivating relationships and developing a community comes into play, where you're able to break down those walls that echo insecurity, that echo doubt, that echo I don't knows and maybes and what ifs. Then you're able to get to the root and talk to a person one-on-one with nothing interfering the conversation, providing full maximum clarity. And I'm able to have this deep, rich conversation, all created by being very direct consistently enough to break down everything, all the obstacles and challenges, going through all the FAQs of, well, if I pay this amount, what's the value do I get? I'm very skeptical. You're breaking all that stuff down by being very direct. And once you break all those walls down, there's nothing else left. Now you have a clear path to an opportunity. You have a clear path to making money. You have a clear path to getting those investors, getting those funds, acquiring new clients, customers, new business, whatever it may be. It's about creating that clear path. But without being direct, you can never start cracking at those walls. Without being direct, you'll never be able to get someone's attention. Hey, fill in all the numbers, take away the ambiguity, and make it very clear. And people will appreciate that. And to how to be direct is simply saying less. Take your mission statement, take your vision, take your presentation deck, break it all down, trim the fat, leave, come back, trim more fat, leave, come back, trim more fat. Well, Troy, we need more meat. Don't worry, you can always add more later. But right now, the goal is to get someone to understand at a bird's eye view, with one glance, what I do, what I charge, what I cost, how I help them. Can I help them? Do they identify with any of these points? Or are they self-eliminating themselves? The companies that can be very direct in what they do, they save time here to spend more time later elsewhere that can lead to more leads, more sales, more conversions, more profitability, and a better sustainable outcome within their business. Be direct. Be very clear about what you want. Create a premium brand experience. Look, do the math. Yes, you can lower your prices to maybe get more people to buy in. I get it, it's tempting, but I also know my time is valuable, and so are the people that I work with. And so I need to have a high enough price that weans out all those who will not be committed to the program, the process, the systems and structures that I built. So I'm not wasting my time, nor are they wasting their own time. But then also, it covers my expenses, my overhead, my taxes, everything that's involved, so I can make an actual profit that brings home the bacon, but also that doesn't rob them, that they can see the value, that they can get a higher ROI to make them a profit that feeds their families and make their business grow too. That's me being direct. We want to be clear. We want to be real. We want to be honest. Be direct with yourself, with your team, with your employees, with your collaborators, with your partners, with your investors, with your family. All those intimate groupings are part of your success and your future success. So be direct with them. Be honest with them. Then be direct with your customers, your clients. Whether you're B2B or B2C, you have to be direct. You have to be authentic. You need to be resourceful. And you need to apply techniques and tactics to win the business, to be successful. When you ask Google or when you ask Siri a question, it gives you a direct answer. You don't got time for the filibuster. Well, if this, if that, and this, and that. Give me a direct answer to my question, and from there, I will decide if I want more details. When you send those emails, when you create content to post on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and other social media platforms, when you answer that phone and they ask you a question, when you begin that presentation, you have to command authority early. You have to be direct. It sets the tone. It puts you in a position of power because they know, oh, you're not going to waste my time. You're about business. Okay, I need to come to the table a different way. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. This person ain't playing with me, as they say. Be direct. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. People smell fear. People sense insecurities. When a company has that swag and they know what they about, and they know that maybe they charge 10 grand per service or 100 grand per calendar year of a product or whatever, they are just being direct as possible. They may not be able to afford you right now, but the fact that you show up in a position of power makes you dangerous. They'll remember that. Well, I couldn't afford them then. I saved up. I kept talking to my boss. We need this person to help us with our strategy. We need this product. We need this service. We need to invest. Well, go find the funding. Go ask for more money. We need to bring on more clients to fund this project because we know we need it. And they're going to come back to you and saying, we're ready for it now. We're ready to pay your price because we saw the value. And you didn't wave on that. You were direct through and through. Be direct. I'm not kidding. When you turn off this podcast episode and someone asks you about your business or what you do or your price, don't sugarcoat it. Don't grunt. Don't stall. Don't look at your notes. Be direct. Have that ingrained in your system, in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit. Say this to yourself. I'm a premium brand. X is the amount that I charge to do Y so you can have Z. Whatever that X, Y, Z is, you swap it out with a number, a name, a phrase, a product, a service, a value, and you keep it moving. Don't waver for it. Yes, you can offer discounts from time to time to show value to loyal customers, especially during a tough time. But when people are conditioned to buy you at a lowered or discounted rate, they'll never pay for it when you're at your premium rate. If you want to be a premium business, you need to charge premium prices. And you know what? People are always going to combat that. I don't see the value in paying that. Well, guess what? You're not paying me for my time. You're paying me to help you get to where you want to go and get 4 times, 8 times, 12 times, maybe even 20 times the ROI of that investment and working with me on a strategy to get you there, because that's going to set you up for success 1, 2, 3, 5 years down the road. So what little amount, the 10 grand that you pay for me now, could pay dividends to result in a couple of hundreds of thousands, 300,000, 500,000, maybe even $1 million over the course of the next year or 2 years or 5 years. That sounds good, right? But all that's created by me establishing that relationship and being direct, being honest, articulating what I do. So let me ask you, are you being direct? On a scale of 1 to 10, how direct are you coming across in your language, in your messaging, on your website, in your social media, in your videos, in your presentation decks, on your phone calls? How direct are you being? Are you eliminating any shadow of a doubt? Are you answering all the questions very crisp and honestly? You need to be direct. If 2020 has showed us anything, we don't got time to waste. Time is money. Be direct. Make the ask. Make it very clear the price. But with that price, articulate the value. Create the timeline that shows the pain points and the obstacles that will be involved that you know are going to be waiting for them. But also show that through those obstacles and through this timeline, you will be successful. You will achieve the very thing you want. I do X. My X is I provide marketing strategy solutions. I can do a lot of things well, but what I do best is providing people and equipping people with strategies and systems that drives them to their goals. The timelines vary based on how much you pay, what you want, what you have. My solutions are very personalized. Every business is different. Every situation is different. Every scenario is different, which requires different mechanics, different techniques and tactics, different teams, different playbooks, all combined together to ensure you win the game. Now, if you're wondering where I referenced that game reference, go back to my previous episode, #basketball, to go on a deep dive of how basketball correlates to business. But I digress. My point in this episode is to encourage you. I admonish you. I implore you to be direct, to make it very clear what you want to do, to make it very clear who you want to be. What type of business are you? What is your purpose? What is your mission? Why are you here? Why did you start your business? Why do you love what you do? Why are you a premium brand? Why do you charge what you charge? What impact do you have? What value do you provide? What results do you bring to the table? Why you versus someone else? Why collaborate with you? Why join you? Why interview you? You can go on for days. No matter the question, Be direct with your answer. Be true and genuine to yourself, and it will save you a lot of heartache and pain and time, and you will reap success over and over and over again by being direct. You harness the power of being direct, and I guarantee you things will change in your business, but things will also change in your life. Thanks for listening.
And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this episode of I Digress. What was your takeaway? Care to share your thoughts and tag Troy on social media? You can find him on all platforms at Find Troy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review or comment for this episode from wherever you're listening. Looking for a marketing strategist to build the structure, strategies, and systems you need to get the success you want and the ROI you desire in your business? Book a discovery call to talk with Troy at findtroy.com. And as Troy's philosophy goes, imagination is the engine, content is the fuel, social media is the highway, marketing is the roadmap, sales is the destination, culture is the GPS. Thanks for listening.